Hey guys, HuShang here. In today's tutorial, we're going to be looking at a safe Protoss vs Protoss opening. This is one of the most robust openings in the matchup. It gives you access to quick sentries and stalkers. So you're not going to be losing to any attacks very easily. And you're also going to have a very quick hallucinated Phoenix, which is going to tell you exactly what your opponent is doing and allow you to make adjustments on the fly to optimize your reaction. Not like these new Generation Z builds. Alright there, settle down Grandpa, let me teach the opening. Alright, class is in session. So first thing we're going to be doing is grabbing a pylon on 14. So you can rally your Nexus if you want to the ramp, then you're going to grab your pylon on 14. Now this is an absolutely disgustingly solid build. So you guys are going to all have 100% win rate. It's got my gold seal of approval. Even if you guys play each other. If you play someone who's watched this video, 100% win rate. Guaranteed. After this pylon, you're going to grab a 16 gateway. You don't really want to rally this one though. It gets there a little bit late, so just grab one from the mineral line. Grab your 16 gateway. And then you might be used to scouting here. I don't think it's necessary. So just send them back and go grab your gas geyser with that probe. You can grab the gas geyser on 17. Looks like I used a different probe. Doesn't really matter. Grab it on 17. Then you want to grab, or actually you want to go scout at the natural. Let me pause it here because there's one more building coming up. But there's something important to talk about here. Right at this time is when cannon rushes are going to come in. So what you want to do is make sure this probe scouts to your natural and just looks for some probes. And if there's any probe over here, then you know that something fishy is up, and so you should be very careful about a cannon rush. There's no real reason for a probe to be there other than to be cannon rushing. Okay, once you do that, you're going to grab your gas on 18 or 19 apparently in this game. Doesn't make a difference because you're going to mine this gas first. And then right after that, you're going to grab your second gateway on 19 or 20. Don't get it too much later than 20. Otherwise, it'll delay your other stuff. And then you're going to go scout your opponent. So this probe was the same probe that was scouting for cannon rush. Then he built the gateway, and now he's scouting the opponent. On 21 supply, you're going to grab your cybernetics core. And then just send that guy to the gas geyser to mine. So our tech is almost complete. Don't forget this pylon. This is a pretty common pylon to forget because, you know, you just finished all your buildings. You're kind of maybe focused on the scouting probe a little bit. So get your pylon on 22 supply. Otherwise, you can't make your first 2 units. So you're going to be a sad Protoss. Alright, we seek out this easy AI. It's making a Nexus. We're just going to ignore this. This isn't very standard. Once your cyber core finishes up, you're going to start your first 2 units. While you're kind of waiting for that to finish, you should definitely pay attention to what your opponent is doing though. And I'm going to write a PvP scouting guide, which has been asked about for quite a long time. So I'm going to be making that pretty soon. But it's not out quite yet, so wait for that one. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to get the link for that video, or the notification I should say. So our cyber finished up in the meantime, and we started up a stalker and a sentry right away. Start those first, and then get warpgate. You can make this lineup a bit better, to be honest, but I wanted to make this video fairly simple, so if you want to get this, you know, right as your gateways, or right as your cyber finishes, then you just need to put one extra guy in the gas. But it's not really, it doesn't really matter, this is fine. After these 2 units start, and after warpgate, make sure you get this third pylon, because you're going to need to make the next 2 units, and so this is really crucial as well. Same as the second pylon, I suppose. Now, something's going on over here that's also pretty critical. A lot of critical stuff going on in this game. In this Starcraft game. Okay, so you're gonna send this probe back in. And what you wanna be doing is just making sure that they've expanded. Because if they haven't expanded, you're gonna need a little more units. So you're gonna see me here, I'm actually starting up 2 more Stalkers. This isn't necessary in all situations. In fact, usually in GM, I'm not making these. So scout around with your probe and see if you spot the Nexus, and if you do, you can play a little more greedy than I am here. Maybe make a second Stalker, but you can also get a second Sentry. So not as many Stalkers. So I'm going to come in here. Obviously, I've already seen this, but a real player would probably be taking it about now. If you just want to play super safe every game, like if you're below diamond, then just get these 2 Stalkers. It's really a small setback. And then after you kind of realize you're safe, or after you get these, the 3rd and 4th Stalker, then get your Nexus. And from here, it's pretty smooth sailing. We just need 1 more building to really secure ourselves in this game, and that is a shield battery. So after you've started the 3rd and 4th unit, you can get a shield battery here. Now sometimes I skip the shield battery, like if you've spotted the Nexus, you don't really need the shield battery. If you haven't seen the Nexus, then you definitely need that immediately. So there's a lot of kind of variations in PvP. But if you want to play ultra safe, then get the shield battery right after the 3rd and 4th unit. So after the 3 Stalker, 1 Sentry. And then you can queue up these next 2 units, which are both sentries. But once you get, you know, these first 6 units plus the shield battery, you're super ultra safe. You basically can't die to anything. Especially with that counter scout with the probe. Right? You're going to know that they're all in. And as soon as you know that they're all in, you can basically cut all your probes and start massing units, and it should be a super easy hold. This is basically the safest build you can do in PvP. Okay, one thing I just missed is once this sentry, this first sentry, had 75 energy, I sent out this hallucinated Phoenix. And this is, again, another thing you might miss because you have to kind of watch the energy on the Phoenix. But kind of a quick tip is it's around 3 minutes. So if you're just paying attention around 3 minutes, you should be able to send this Phoenix out. And this is basically going to confirm what tech your opponent's going for, whether they're still on 1 base, or if they've got a Nexus, sort of a secondary scout. And then at this point, you know exactly what they're doing. So from here, you can really react heavily. Like for example, if they're playing Stargate, you can get some counter tech like a Twilight Council for Blink. Or if they're still on 1 base, you can start panicking. Don't make any probes. Only make units and like shield batteries. Maybe a robo would be pretty good against all-ins. And just defend and don't die. Whereas if they go for, you know, let's say a fast forge, you could be very greedy. So if they have a forge when you scout with the Phoenix, you can also get your forge and your tech, whatever your style you want to play. There's a lot of transitions that you could do here, but in this game you can see I'm adding a Twilight Council and a forge. So really safe opening. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe for more HuShang tutorials content. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one.